everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kim, a fairly average mum, and today I'm going to be playing my first ever minimalist game. So let's get cracking. Hiya. So, right, back in the day I used to be a minimalist. Okay, right, I still am with a lot of things, although nobody will believe that who watches my channel and all the clothing hauls and everything else. But I think what minimalism is to me, and I think what it is to a lot of people, is not about having nothing. It's about minimizing the things that you don't want in your life in order that you can have more of the things that you do want. So the things I like are makeup, beauty and clothing, right? Those are my sort of things. The things I'm not too bothered about are loads of housewares. I've got some nice bits, but I don't have loads and loads of housewares and all that kind of thing. When I used to have the house with the kids, right, when I had 4 kids there, and in order to make sure that I didn't spend all my life cleaning, tidying, putting away, sorting things out, because I was working 2 jobs at the time and had the 4 kids, you know what I mean, right? And okay, they were older, but at that house, we literally had next to no furniture, right, or anything else. We didn't have house decor or anything like that. The kids all had their own rooms, because it were a big house as well. It were only rented, but it were a big house. So the kids all had the bedrooms. The 2 youngest ones had to share. And in their rooms, they could have what they wanted. It were up to them what their rooms were like. But in the rest of the house and the communal spaces, like the kitchen, the living room, and my bedroom and the bathrooms, we had next to no. In the living room, I had 2 3-seater sofas and 2 little coffee tables. That were it. No, on the walls, there were carpets, you know what I mean? Just carpets throughout. All the carpets throughout the house were exactly the same, so that it, you know, your house sort of looking from one room to the other, no broke up the space or anything like that. There were literally those 2 sofas and 2 coffee tables. We didn't have a TV, we didn't have all, you know what I mean, right? It were ace for keeping it like clean, tidy, not having to put stuff away all the time. Gave me time to spend with my kids, you know what I mean? So we used to do more things together. Like I say, in their bedrooms, they could have what they wanted, and they all had like phones and stuff because they were older, so they could watch things. I think some had laptops and what have you. So if they wanted to do stuff like that, they could. And sometimes we used to put a DVD in like my laptop and all watch it together in the living room. But in my room, I had 1 bed, 1 8-box Kallax unit that I got from IKEA, which just got 8 tubs in it, and 1 little hanging rail from IKEA as well. And everything that I owned fit in those things. That were it. Didn't have loads of spares of everything, pared down all the towels, just had like, you know, enough sheets to be able to change things over, you know, while one were in wash. That kind of thing. There were sometimes we didn't have enough towels and people used to have to get dry on a spare sheet. Not going to lie about it. But anyway, it was completely minimalist. Since I've been living here on my own, and because I've got this YouTube channel, I've realised that I've actually got quite a lot of stuff that in the past I had a load of collections and stuff like that, right, that I'm not too interested in anymore. Partly because I don't have very much space, so I can't display them. So I decided that I'd play a minimalism game. Now, we used to have these minimalism games all the time. I used to play them with kids when they were younger, right? But I thought I'd go for the biggie and, you know, the one that required me to get rid of the most stuff. So minimalism games are a little set of rules. So what you do is you follow the rules, and it encourages you to look for things that you don't need around you, just to get rid of things, really, to free up some space and make it sort of clean, aligned place, right? So that's, nobody else has to do this, right? But I decided I was going to play this game, and it was going to force me into sorting through things that I maybe don't want anymore. So the rules of this particular minimalism game is that you play it over 31 days. But you don't have to do it every day. You can do more than one day at a time if you want. But the principle is that over 30 days or 31 days, I've done 31 days, you get rid of one item on day one, two items on day two, three items on day three, and so on and so forth, till on the last day, in my case, day 31, you get rid of 31 items. So it gets progressively harder. Right, so I've been doing this and I've managed to do it, you know. So I've filmed it and I've filmed all the things I'm getting rid of, and I've filmed the pile of stuff that I'm getting rid of at the end. So I'm going to insert the clips and show you how I got on. So I'll do that now. So this is day one, and it's one sort of plant pot that I no longer have any use for. Day two, two pillows, because I've got my new ones that I got sent to me. So these are my old pillows, except they're not very old, so they'll be being donated probably to one of my daughters. Day three, three odd socks. I've got loads of socks, so even if I paired these up, they don't match. But I mean, if I were short of socks, I might consider keeping them and just wearing odd ones, but I have got stacks of socks. So these are being probably thrown out. I don't suppose anybody's going to want odd socks. Day four. Okay, so they're not new shoes on the table, by the way. They're old shoes on the table. I know that's still probably bad luck, but anyway. A cushion, which I'm donating to my mum because she has that colour scheme. A mop head, which I found under the sink. I don't even own the mop handle for that anymore. It's never been used, so I'll be donating that. A makeup bag that I've never used, I'll be donating that. And a pair of broken shoes, so just to show you. So that's the broken shoes, so they'll be going in the bin. So that's day four. Day five, 5 pairs of briefs that no longer fit me. We won't dwell on this. Nobody's going to want them. They're being thrown away. Day 6, 1 more pair of briefs and 5 old bralettes that I used to wear at the gym but they don't fit me anymore. So they're all being probably thrown away, those. Day 7, 6 t-shirts that are now too big for me, so they'll be donated, and 1 little glossy box makeup bag, because I've got another one that I'm now using, so I'll donate that as well. Day 8, right, this is a collection of stuff I've put together for my daughter, which is mostly some fake tan, but it's also got an Elemis moisturiser in, because I know she likes that, a little perfume, a little Moschino perfume, a brush, and this Laura Mercier bronzer, because she uses those, I don't. So that's a little collection I've put together for her, so when I see her I'll give her those. So that's day 8. Day 9, 9 pairs of socks which fall down every single time I put them on. So they're just those little socky things, you know, socklets, whatever you were calling them. And they just slide down and under my foot every single time I wear them. So they're being donated. I think my feet are too big for them, to be honest. Let's be honest about it, Kim. Day 10, 2 pairs of sunglasses that I never wear, 3 pens which are now run out, a broken face mask, a pair of clamps. I think the clamps, I don't honestly know where they came from and I have no use for them, and 3 books which I no longer need. So what can be donated will be donated, but obviously not run out pens and a broken face mask. So that's day 10. And day 11. Okay, so that's 2 little mini cushions, 5 more odd socks, 3 masks, 2 face masks, 1 lip mask, and this little glue spreader thing. No clue where that came from. So that's all my things for day 11. What I can donate will be donated, and the odd socks will be binned. Okay, so that's day 11. Okay, day 12, this is where it's starting to become a bit of a struggle. So I have got 10 pieces of packaging that I've taken off things that I've unboxed. Normally I'd have just slung those in a drawer, but I've decided, you know, now's the time, get rid of them. And I've got one more t-shirt that no longer fits me, it's too big. And this dress that I got from New Chic that I accidentally tore. So all of those, most of those will go in the recycling. The t-shirt I'll donate and the dress I'll have to bin just because it's ripped and I don't want to recycle or take to a charity shop a ripped dress. If anybody knows what you can do with textiles that are actually ripped, that'd be really helpful. But anyway, that's day 12. Okay, day 13. So I've got a pair of curtains that used to be at the front window, but I've changed those curtains. 2 of these unopened Too Faced hangover spray, whatever they are. I can't even remember what they are. Pile of papers, which I'm counting as one. I'm counting the curtains as one as well. And then a collection of cosmetics, little cosmetics that can all be donated. Obviously, I'll be recycling the paperwork. But that is day 13. Day 14, another whole collection of unused cosmetics, skincare, nail varnishes, so on and so forth. So that's all going to be donated. And day 15, and that brings about the end of all my cosmetic-y things to be able to donate. So I am now going to have to hunt through the flat to find anything else from day 15 upwards, but that's day 15. Eek. Okay, so I've got day 16 and day 17 together here. So this is day 16. I've decided to pass on all my collection of squeaky toys. This is some of them. So there's 16 there. 16, well there's 17 if you count this little fella here that comes out. But yeah, so that's day 16. Moving on to day 17. Okay, so on here I've got a hair wrap, some more squeaky toys just down here as well, but anyway, a hair wrap that I can't work out how to use it, a little sewing set, some bags that I got in a box, like a, you know, one of these sort of mixed boxes of groceries, but I literally, it's the first time I've ever used them today to bag up this little collection of sort of wall hanging things, you know, things to hang pictures and what have you, which I don't need. Then this is a water bottle that I got, never used that, so I'm passing that on. Some wires and plugs, a little microphone that my ex-partner bought me but I never use. This staple gun and staples belong to my mother, so I'm going to give her those back. These are 2 D-rings, a rubber eraser thing, and 3 packets of mints that I also got with those in a grocery box, but I can't eat them. So, and I think I've given 1 pack away because I can only find 3 of them. So anyway, that is day 17. Okay, I'm really struggling now to find things, although I have got some more squeaky toys and some more other collections that I'm going to pass on. But yeah, day 16 and day 17 together there. Okay, this is day 18. So this is a collection of dolls that freak my family out. So I've decided it's time for them to go. And also 4 books. There's 1 squeaky toy there over there as well. But yeah, that is day 18. These will be passed on. They're not going to be binned or anything. These will be passed on. But anyway, that's day 18. Okay, this is day 19, so quite a collection. So starting with 3 lots of expired medication, a vase that I never use, some matches that I don't use anymore because I've got candle lighters, 2 bits of makeup that I'm not using, a necklace, a pencil sharpener, 3 little clamp heads for the clamp that I've previously got rid of, 2 spatulas in this little pipette thing that I used in my artwork but don't use anymore, 3 sets of little sets for making things that I've just never got around to making, and some knitting design graph paper in a book that I've never got around to using either. So that is day 19, and this is day 20. Okay, 3 more dollies, sorry, some more squeaky toys, a little money box that I'm going to pass on, and 4 items of clothing that I don't wear. So that is day 20. Goodness me, I'll tell you what, it's getting really difficult to get the numbers up now because I've run out of squeaky toys, more or less, and dollies, so I'm really going to be struggling going forward, but I'm determined to do this. Okay, this is one of my other collections that I've decided to move on. So here are 21 sort of vintage rag books. I've got many more of these, so this will be another collection that's going. But yeah, there's 21 of those there. Okay, day 22, 22 more rag books, all different ones, some repeats, but yeah, 22 more rag books. And this is day 23. So I have got 5 rag books and 3 of the last squeaky toys. I think that's all of them. And then the rest is made up of umpteen bits of plastic packaging that I tend to keep for if I need to send things through the post. But I literally have got so many of them at the moment that I've decided just to recycle all these ones. So yeah, rather than keeping them all. So that's day 23. I've got some more bits of plastic as well, so they'll probably be appearing in day 24. But anyway, this is day 23. Day 24, right, 20 pieces of plastic packaging there. So how many is that altogether? Loads and loads. Anyway, they'll all be being recycled. And then I've got 4 books. 2 to give to the boys that I've just found in a drawer that I still haven't given to them, so they'll be going to the boys. And then 2 soft toy books. So that heap is day 24. Okay, so this is day 25 and 26, which is by my calculation 51 items. And then I have 51 items there that I'm sending out in gifts or in prizes to people. So, and the 2 boxes are separate to that, so I haven't counted the boxes. But that is day 25 and day 26. So yeah, I feel like I might be in the home straight. Very happy with it. Good. Day 27, so this is another box that I'm sending out in a prize to somebody. I haven't counted the box, so there's 27 items there. There's actually another one as well that's going in, but just to get it to 27, I've taken one of the items out, so there are more than that going in. One more item as well, so that's day 27. But I've run out of sort of prizes now, so yes. Okay, day 28. This is a whole pile of receipts that I no longer need. So really sort of having to struggle to get up the numbers now. Okay, so this is day 29 and day 30. So I've had a sort through my drawer of paperwork, and these are all little leaflets and things that I got in unboxings. There's 29 of those. And then 30 pieces of paperwork to get rid of. Some envelopes that were, you know, just there sort of randomly. Some receipts, and the remainder of the little leaflets. I don't know why I were keeping them really, but yeah, so that's day 29 and 30. Yay, nearly made it to the finish. Yay. And finally, I've made it to day 31. So 3 bits of paperwork, a book that I need to send to one of my daughters because I bought it at a charity shop because she wants some Virginia wool because she's doing her MA. This face mask, one last dolly that I found, and an absolute mountain. There's many more there than 31 sort of vintagey Christmas and birthday cards that were another collection that I had, but it's time to say goodbye. So all in all, that is day 31 and a bit. So what I'm going to do is sort out all these things, pile them up so that you can see all the items together and how much I'm clearing out of my 2-room flat. Okay, so this is it, right? This is over 500 items. The bag in the middle is the one that's got, this one's got all the plastic in, which is to be recycled. So what can be given away will be given away. What can be sort of sold, I'll sell a few bits, you know, my collections and things like that. And other things will be thrown out, you know, as last case scenario. You know, things that need recycling will be going in the recycling bin, and 1 or 2 things like my broken shoes, etc., it'll be going in the actual landfill, but the majority of it isn't going to landfill. It's either going to charity shops, being given away to friends, family, as prizes, or is being donated. So that's it. It's unbelievable that all of that is surplus to requirements in a 2-room flat. I'm stunned that I've managed to do it, but also that I've actually, you know, that I had this amount of stuff, you know, that I didn't actually want or need in my flat. So unbelievable, really. So yeah, the charity shop's going to be getting a few bags, I think. But there we are, all those things. So I'll hand you back to Kim. Okay, bye. Hiya, so I did achieve it. You know, I mean, there were a couple of things, you know, like the plastic bags, receipts, bits of paperwork and stuff like that obviously I'll have to recycle. But a lot of it some of it I'm going to sell. Some of it's to give away, and some of it's going to go to charity shops. There'll be hardly anything going into landfill, do you know what I mean? I'll recycle everything that I can, that's, you know, that's not fit to take to charity shops and stuff like that. But things like the broken shoes, obviously they'll have to go in the bin. But like I say, if anybody knows what you can do with like torn textiles, rather than taking them to a charity shop, I'd be really interested to find out, because that's one of the groups of things that I know somebody must use bits of textiles. There used to be a place in Dewsbury that used to take old textiles, you know, and they made rugs and things out of them, but I honestly don't know anywhere else that I could take them to, and that's quite a distance away from me now, since I don't have a car, you know. But yeah, if anybody knows other things that you can do with torn textiles, that'd be really helpful. I'm really chuffed that I've managed to sort through all my stuff, and I'm not bothered that my collections are going, because I'm going to probably sell some of those, and what I can't sell I'll be taking to a charity shop, you know, and somebody else will make some money out of them. I just wanted to free up some space. Like I say, I can't display them anymore, so it feels a bit silly keeping them, just to have them sort of bunged in a tub, really. But I've really enjoyed it. But that's everything for today. If you've liked this video, please give us a like. It really helps us out. And if you like this kind of content, you might want to consider subscribing. I've got a few other minimalism games that I'm going to play as things start to build up again, and I'll probably film those as well. But thank you very much for taking a few moments out of your day to spend with me. Bye.